Hello and welcome to Grand River Raceway. I'm Kelly Spencer, host of the Tarmac Show, and we are in the video control room where we are currently putting the finishing touches on our #1 spot in our Industry Day Top 10 Moments. This is celebrating the 20th anniversary of Industry Day. We hope you've enjoyed the top 9 thus far, and today we will unveil the #1 moment. Before we get to that, though, let's review the top 9.
The entire idea was to create an event. A few years later, after we got going, we thought about it as being a celebration of harness racing. That's really what it still is. Obviously, the Battle of Waterloo got added later on, but in the early days, it was just simply a feature race at a small town track.
To have that partnership with my dad to race Village Blitz. I remember one year we were first, second, and third. CT Rocket, Orwee Caesar, and Future Star Colleen. We were first, second, and third in the Battle of Waterloo. Like, just amazing experiences. You know, every time that it comes around, there's a colt, 2-year-old pacing colt come through the ring, we're always thinking about Battle of Waterloo.
And I crossed that line, and I had my hand up in the air, fist pumping. It was the most exciting moment ever. And going back to the winner's circle, I could hear all the owners and the trainers screaming their lungs out, and it was just an unbelievable moment.
When the organization moved from Elmira Raceway to Grand River Raceway in 2004, it was really nice to have an event like Industry Day to bring to our new home. It was something we were comfortable with and familiar with, and everybody knew us for it. So whether it was Elmira Raceway or Grand River Raceway, people were certainly familiar with Industry Day.
At the time, my cousin Patrick just started to drive, and it was my first time driving against Patrick. And we were very competitive. We skied together, we skate together. Now driving together and driving against my uncle in several races that day, it was a lot of fun.
2001, I drove a horse called Dream Fair Vogel, and that was the only year that I came into the Battle of Waterloo and basically knew that I was going to win the race. You know, I just can't say enough about the horse. He just gave me that feeling from the time that I sat behind him that he was a very special horse, and he didn't let me down.
And one of our stops was at Elmira. On Industry Day. They would bring their buttons, they'd bring their old programs, they'd bring some of their $2 tickets to get us to sign them. It was fun, and Cam Fella loved it all. He was obviously he had his picture taken a lot when he was racing, so he was an old hat at standing there meeting the people. So it was a great tour. We raised a little bit of money, but I think the horse deserved the trip, and it was fun for Pat Crow, myself, and everybody who followed us around.
Really meant a lot to us. We served 495 pieces of birthday cake that day, and it was great. And he's such a ham. He could stand there for 4 days and never miss a person. He just loves it all. He just eats it up, which makes it even more special.
Quite a thrill crossing the finish line, waving my whip in the air, and having the whole crowd. There's, I don't know how many people are here, just 20,000 people here, I'm going to say, and they were all screaming. It was unbelievable, very exciting.
All right, and now it's time to unveil the #1 moment in the 20-year history of Industry Day. Do you know what it is? It's probably not going to take a lot of you by surprise. This horse had such a marked impact on the sport, and he really captured the hearts and the imagination of the entire nation. We're very fortunate to have him start his career right here at Grand River Raceway, and so without delay, here is the #1 moment in the 20-year history of Industry Day.
In 2007, a colt named Some Beach Somewhere qualified for the Battle of Waterloo in a blistering time of 1:54.2, the fastest mile ever in a Battle of Waterloo event and a new Canadian season record. Owned by Brent McGrath and trained by Jean-Louis Arsenault, Some Beach Somewhere and driver Paul McDonnell drew post 7 in the Battle of Waterloo. The favorite in the final dash, Some Beach Somewhere and Paul McDonnell cruised to victory to claim the lion's share of the $300,000 purse.
The Battle of Waterloo was quite a stepping stone for Some Beach Somewhere. He went on to become one of the greatest horses ever, and I think that day in the elimination race when he did go that 1:54.2 mile, it was pretty exciting because we realized we kind of had something a little bit special. I think that was a day that I'll soon won't forget because it was something that could have turned out to be something really special for the Some Beach Somewhere owners and myself.
But Some Beach Somewhere's victory in the Battle of Waterloo was just the beginning of an incredibly successful 2-year campaign. Undefeated in his freshman year, he went on to win virtually all of the industry's richest races and retired in 2009 with a record of 20 wins in 21 races, a lifetime mark of 146.4 and over $3 million in earnings. That same year, he was honored with the O'Brien Award for Top 3-Year-Old Pacing Colt, won the prestigious Cam Fella Award and was named Canadian Horse of the Year. He also received the Dan Patch Award for U.S. Pacer of the Year and was named the first ever Canadian-sired U.S. Horse of the Year. Some Beach Somewhere now resides at Hanover Shoe Farms in Pennsylvania, and his legacy, which began with his first wins in the Battle of Waterloo at Grand River Raceway, will live on in the many sons and daughters he will go on to sire.